Well, good morning and welcome to Coffee Stain. Mr. My name is Keith George and me is here all the way from Jamaica, where is me is Jamaican, you see. Now today me talk to someone who talk about them identity and thing. That them the transition from being British to Korean. So I wanted to ask them, I said to them, what was the thing, if you can explain to the people that might watch my show called The Coffee Stain on the Morning Glory, you know, what you mean about transition?
So I feel the only way of really comparing this is maybe someone that's transgender, and I mean no offense to transgender community, this is just how I would explain it, is someone that feels like they're born in the wrong body. So for the last 9 years, I felt like I've been trapped. Since I lived in Korea, I feel like I identify as Korean. Everything about the culture is me. You know, I feel at home there. I don't feel judged. I feel like Korean people accept me. I feel like I have the look now. So it's been a very difficult journey, but I just feel like you know, it's how I felt inside, and I've just felt trapped, and there's no better way of explaining it than that. And
well, it's interesting to say that you feel trapped in the body of of a Korean person. But someone has written today who is Korean and their DNA is Korean, and they are saying that you cannot do these things because it does just make people that are Korean and you haven't got no DNA of the Korean, of the people them, or the Korean, blood or DNA, then you can't just say me as Korean, because obviously you've been on there on your holiday and you lived there for 9 years and you had a good time, but it's like me saying that, me going to Portugal and then all of a sudden me becoming Portuguese. It doesn't work like that. You see, that's what she's saying in Korea. She is saying that, you just can't one day wake up in the morning and think me want to be Korean. What do you think about that then?
So many problems these days with woke culture, and there's so many people, which I think it's fantastic people have opinions, but I feel like people are so quick to play the race card. So obviously Paper Magazine is a very kind of very woke magazine, and which is fine, but I do feel like they were quite harsh with their criticism, and I feel like they have a lack of understanding. And of course I understand the journalist was of Korean ancestry, and I respect Korea so much, but I just feel like people are so quick to judge these days. It's fine to identify as 100 different genders. It's fine to identify as an alien if you want to, but why can't I identify as Korean? So I don't see why people take offense. And I understand that she may be from Korean ancestry, and I respect that. But I just feel like, she's just targeting me wrongly. I haven't actually done anything wrong to offend Korea, and I feel like I'm one of the biggest ambassadors for Korea and for Korean people.
What do you mean? You feel like one of the biggest ambassador of Korea? How can you be a big ambassador when you've only been like Korean for 3 days or something? Because the people like the boy band and ting. So, you can't see how you can offend these people by making yourself look like, Korean and everyone trying to be, and you say you make yourself look like someone in the boy band. Do you not think that maybe you want to be a look-alike, a sound-alike, or something similar to that? Or is it like the things that the people in the press, they must say these things, you see, that they can't do them things? And you spend up 175,000 pounds of the money them, and at 18 procedures. So now, when you look in the mirror, do you look and feel the same than you do? And what would you do? What would you do differently if you could?
I was so happy, recently when I did my eye surgery and I looked in the mirror, I was actually crying, even though it was painful to cry. I was crying for the first time, just thinking, wow, this has been such a journey, and I finally got the look I wanted. But I feel like it's a never-ending journey. It's like I'm already thinking, okay, I'm in Beverly Hills, I need to do my next surgery, and I'm already thinking, okay, now I need Jimin's body, I need the K-pop star body. So it's kind of like it's never-ending. So I get kind of temporary happiness, which is, I guess it's quite sad in a way, but I'm much happier than I used to be. I have so much more confidence since I was a teenager, and I just feel great. So I hope people can respect that. This is the way I identify, this is how I feel, and I'm just living my best life. And I mean, no offense to anyone, I'm just trying to live my life.
You talk about the surgeries that, you had so many surgeries that you had done, and so what exactly have you had done? And will you be getting a penis reduction? Because, it is rumored that the man that you impersonating has a 2-inch penis. So what have you had done?
I've had 5 nose jobs. I've had my jawbone shaved down. I've had my chin bone cut off, reattached. So I've got titanium screws in my chin. I've had my cheekbones reduced, all to get the kind of more cute Korean aesthetic. I've recently had my eyes done. I've had a brow lift. I've had fat reduction here, liposuction, nipple correction. Like there's so many things I've done. I also have whitening injections. I have loads of filler in my lips. And it's just, you know, it just makes me happy. And I feel like having this Korean aesthetic, it makes me feel amazing. And I do identify as Korean, and I hope people can, over time, understand that. I know it might be a new concept, but yeah.
Nipple correction. Tell me about the titty them. Why does nipple correction make you more Korean then? Tell me about the titty them. What you do to your titty them?
I was always unhappy with my chest. I used to get teased, you know, I used to get called fat at school. So I don't think the nipples necessarily make me Korean, but certainly the facial procedures, I feel like they make me Korean. But yeah, nipples is like, you know, I guess I'm
Just get it
Well, thank you very much, Ollie, for telling me about your titty them and titty them. And good luck with you getting your Korean passport and ting and ting. Me say in my life, live and let live. Peace.